Hi everyone, we are back again. Yes, the best show in the entire world, the AVS show. You've just tuned into Mina TV channel.
Yes.
So go ahead and subscribe, like, share. What else? Comment.
Follow us.
Yes.
At your friend.
And after the show, go on our page, the AVS show, and follow us as well. We have a personal page.
Yeah.
All right, it's another day. Let's dig into the stories.
Yes.
Miss Fitzfire, what is going on in Tanzania?
Tanzania has scrapped visa on arrival for Nigeria, Somalia, Mali, and others. So, my question to you people now is this, should every African country scrap the whole visa on arrival, or should they adopt visa on arrival?
Every African country every African country in Africa should not need visa to travel within Africa.
How about that?
That's the solution as far as I'm concerned. We've talked about this so many times.
Yes.
Like, when are we going to get to that level?
I know, right?
Because if we keep complaining about the Western world and how developed they are, I think that's also a problem, because we are helping each other economically.
Yes.
Like, even Nigeria has brought so much into the GDP of South Africa, yet we don't have we can't get in without a visa.
Absolutely.
Now Tanzania, that we are still going to help their life by closing up the stadiums for entertainment and many other things. We now need a visa to go in Nigeria before we get there. Come on, that's not nice. This is Africa, just 54 countries. Check out Europe. If you even want to go to Europe as an African, all you need is a Schengen visa. And once you get that visa, even if you are going to Italy, you can go to Germany, you can go to Spain with the train, you can travel within the whole continent. And you're not even a citizen from Europe, you just come in with a visa. So when are we going to get to that level? I feel like
that's true.
we're past that.
Listen, there's a good side to it, and I think there's also a bad side to it. Shout out to Tanzania.
I'll
get to it. Shout out to Tanzania. I met your former president, cool guy, you know. But in today's world, it's becoming a scary world out there. People are traveling into other countries, prostituting, doing fake businesses. You know, we have. Hold on, it's not going to stop, but we can reduce it. And one way that we can reduce it, and I think Tanzania share the same reasoning, is to create this visa. Listen, I don't have any issues with you coming to my country. Just, I'll send you an invitation, and then if approved, you could come. That's all they are doing. They're not saying don't come. They are saying apply, go to the right way, apply, and when we confirm you, you can land. But don't just show up with that invitation. That's all they are saying.
You get your visa on arrival then.
But it's called visa on arrival. It's not like you just...
I need time to prepare for you to arrive.
But if they want to do that, they should do that to every other African country. Don't select a few and say, okay, you're not allowed to come into the country. But they probably have a reason why they selected Nigeria, Somalia, Mali, and other countries. Why? You want us to start today again?
No, we
can go there.
No, but
that's what you're trying to do. Let me tell you something.
I'm not from Tanzania, honey. I'm just saying they chose your country for not to come to that country for a reason.
Ghana is not there now. You're over there.
Ghana, we are welcome to go to Tanzania. We are not on the list.
Big whoop.
Big whoop. And you know why? Because we are good people. When we go to other people's countries, we know how to behave.
Charlie, this table that you are shaking. Excuse I'm listening.
Okay. You guys are not listening.
Yeah.
You just want to pick a fight with me. Okay. What I'm saying is,
please.
Ghana is not on the list for a reason. It's because our people are good, and when we go to those other countries, we follow the rules.
So whose people are bad? What do you mean?
Please don't
what are you talking about?
There are tons of examples, honey.
Please,
let me give it to you.
Tanzanians are all good.
We're all good, but majority of us are good.
Tanzania, my thing is Tanzania, if you want to say no more visa on arrival, go do it
across the board.
Across the board, my friend.
Yes.
All the countries, when you want to come to the country, go and get your visa, then you come and then you go in. Don't say that some countries, a select few, are not allowed to go in, like Somalia, Mali, Nigeria. What is that supposed to mean? I take offense, personal offense to that. Because if you're saying that you want one Africa, how are we going to have one Africa when all you're having borders closed? You're saying that you can't come in, you have to go and... A perfect example. So if a Ghanaian wants to go into Congo, you do know you have to first of all go to Togo or Ivory Coast to the embassy there, Congo embassy there, to get a visa to now come back and enter Togo. You know that, right? It just makes no sense.
Go to Togo?
Okay,
yeah,
that's a lie.
Okay,
it makes
we drive to Togo all the time. We walk into Togo all the time. That is not illegal. When I went to Togo, that wasn't illegal, auntie.
Charlie, this whole method really impedes trade. A big part of African economics is trade. You understand what I'm saying? So you're impeding trade between these countries, and it's ridiculous. Tanzania, please. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You can vet people from when you're giving them visa on arrival. You can
already
vet
do
them.
that.
That you're vetting in that sense. So why would you stop your trade routes? Why would you stop your economy? And also, Tanzania has Zanzibar. People want to go on vacation to Zanzibar.
But
one of the most beautiful places in the world.
What is the reason why they're not just going to block these countries from entering their country? There is the reason why they did that. There's a reason. What was that reason?
Because it's probably the xenophobia that's trickling in from South Africa because they're near each other. You got to think about that. You got to think about they're really they're very close to each other. So that's trickling down, and it's kind of like profiling a group. You can't profile a whole country. It's not fair. It's not good. Nigeria has really. I mean, we have our things with Nigeria, but Nigeria is definitely a country that brings money to whatever country that they go to. They bring money. They move money around. They are buyers and sellers. Right. So you need to have that in your country because right now Tanzania is not always 100%. They're one of the most successful African countries.
Their GDP is not even close to the top 10.
Okay.
Right
so
now.
like, why are you doing that? It's ridiculous. And like, if I can travel from the United States to London without a visa, which are not even like the two different places, right? Why in Africa? The reason why they killed Gaddafi is because he wanted one currency for Africa. So the World Bank, one of the biggest, the Rothschilds, make sure they took care of him. Okay, we wanted one currency. Do you understand how strong Africa is? They keep us divided for a reason, and we are implementing and putting ourselves to get that division. We're part of that. Because if we stop people from going around, we're dividing and conquering. They're keeping us in our little silos so we can't work together to push them out. It's all of a strategy, and it's working. We cannot feed into that strategy anymore, Africa. Africa, you got to work together, or it's not going to happen for us.
Right. Stop cutting ties, because even the richest black man in the world, Dangote, he had an investment in Tanzania. We're talking about like the power plant, not the power plant, which is Africa. You understand? He had a big cement depot there. Yeah. I think for some reason it's shutting down because of stuff like this. Yeah. So they are losing at the end of the day. We're bigger than that right now.
We need to take on that open policy. We all need to, like you said, we need to start managing, man. I'm telling you.
All right, so let's open it up. Let's move on to the next topic. What do you have for us?
Talking about turmoil. I'm talking about Cameroon today. So Cameroon is having its election. They're having their presidential election. It's happening. But there's a lot of violence going on in Cameroon because of the election. The Anglophones and the Francophones are divided. Again. Right? So the Anglophones are not being allowed to go and vote. Because, their president has been there for he's been there forever, since 1982, 86, something like that. This man is like 100 years old, okay, 86, but he has been there,
Wow.
He's been there for this long. Why do we grandfather these men into presidency for years and years? What you talk about with presidency and with even work, change happens. Change doesn't things don't happen if change doesn't happen. Yep. So they're actually saying that part of the militants that are fighting the Anglophones are funded by him and his people. So because they want certain people to vote and certain people not to vote, because there are people running. So if you're going to do this, they even have an American facet that's looking over them to make sure the vote is right. But who's paying the Americans to look over it? Of course, why do we have to have the big white savior again to look over our voting? We can't count our own votes and count them right. Same thing that's happening. But we can't. When you think about it, but this kind of nonsense cannot continue. You cannot stay in office forever. First things first. And you cannot try and kill people. People are dying because they're going to vote and they're stopping them. The militants are stopping them. And it's ridiculous. I know we're all from African countries. How do we feel about this?
My thing is this. Then why even vote? Why even, believe in voting in that country? If we are going to vote, the military is stopping us. Yeah. And another reason is why the youth are not running. Okay, so all I see in the ballots these days are old men, old faces running. Yeah. Newsflash, anybody can run. We can all run. Get a platform, tell us what you want to do for the country, and your people will come out and vote for you. The youth need to stand up.
The youths don't even have a say because they are oppressed by the military. Remember what happened in Zimbabwe last year? And all the forces, to the extent that sometimes during elections, the people are forced to go and vote. They even beat them, there was a time they used to beat them up in Zimbabwe to go and vote during Mugabe's time. But I only have one word for Paul Biya. If Paul Biya wants to know what happened and how Zimbabwe actually got Mugabe out, he should watch the ABS show last year. We were on that guy's ass every week until he finally left. I think this is the time. But to speak about the Anglophone and the Francophone, I don't think anytime soon this is going to end. Because power Absolute power corrupts absolutely. This guy has been in office for over 30 years. And in this day and age, this digital age, he has nothing to offer but oppression and power.
Yes.
And even if he leaves power, he's also going to put a predecessor in power.
Absolutely.
But
So
the
I don't think
military
there's a
is supposed
solution.
to protect the country. It's supposed to. That's what it's supposed to do, right? Why are we fighting our own people? Why is the military killing the youth, fighting the youth? Why? I don't understand.
It's money.
So in Cameroon, they had like an agreement here that the English speaking and the French speaking will coexist, and it will be like an English and French speaking country.
Yes.
But the way the country is set up is predominantly French,
Yes,
as opposed to English. Their laws are passed out in French. Everything, the write-ups are in French, not English. And so I think, based on this, is also a stance where the Anglophonians are coming from. Is that even the right word?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that's where I'm blowing it out of thin air. Okay, that's where that's stemming from. You know, they want to also have a say, and their say is not being heard because, like I said, predominantly
like
French. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you telling the military to protect them. The military are French. Majority of them are French speaking. They see themselves as opposites, and it shouldn't be, because I mean it's one country. If you had that agreement in 1961, you should uphold it, stick to it.
Yeah.
Let join. You know a country that actually was colonized by the French and colonized by the British, and then now you guys are there. You don't want to coexist. You see yourself as separate. This is what the foreigners did to you guys. Yeah. But you're one blood. One blood. You're one blood, regardless of what you speak. They need to get over it, and I'm serious. Like they need to.
Sad part about it is that the major resources of the country are within the Anglophone geopolitical region.
Yes.
And the Francophones are majority.
Yes.
So there was a time the Anglophones even wanted to separate. They wanted the country to let's go our separate ways. But the bosses cannot let that happen because they will lose the resources. So the only way to control the resources is to oppress the people.
Would you now say that they regret it? Because they were supposed to break out and join Nigeria.
Yes, Bakassi Peninsula.
Yes.
Bakassi.
You want to start again? You want to start again? Charlie,
No, go ahead.
It's funny you know that you're hearing that Cameroon was supposed to join Nigeria.
It's not the whole of Cameroon. It was
Guys, this
Bakassi.
situation is not a small thing. It's serious. It's serious beef going on.
Yes.
Anyway, they're going to join Nigeria.
Okay. Yes.
But they now said, okay, you know what, we'll stay put.
They were
Hence the agreement that they had with the French. But now you guys are now making the English-speaking people regret that. They would have just joined, though.
Yeah.
I mean, then we already gotten our independence. It was 1961, so it was after we got our independence. Don't make these people regret staying in the country. Yeah. Don't make them regret being a part of you. These are your brothers. You guys can collectively make this country grow. Yep. They have the resources. You have the numbers backing you up. Work together. One hand wash the other. Why fight? And to the point where they don't even have a say. The military is oppressing them. Yeah.
And to speak to the president, how do you feel comfortable sitting in a throne or winning if you're doing it in an unfair way?
He's feeling
It's being unfair. You're oppressing them. You're lining your pockets.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, he's on his own
side. He's on his own side.
But my thing is, as a president, you are the commander-in-chief.
Right.
Yes. Every president is. And you are also the mother of the country, right? You see your children are fighting, and you are there.
It's a simple case of having a favorite one.
Instead of making everybody come together and getting along. So what is the update now?
So Biya lost the election, but of course he's pushing back and saying that it has to be recounted, it was rigged and everything. So he's bringing the French people in and everything. So everything has to be redone. So even with all of your gingering and all of the firing and getting people killed and doing this, you lost.
Yeah,
but you're still fighting to come back to rule for another 100 years till you die.
He wants to die.
Till you die in Cameroon before we can have elections.
She just said something unique. The election has been nullified so that it can recount, and now they are bringing the French people. These French people are from Europe, right? The white man coming again to come and save Africa.
My great white savior.
But I don't believe the election was rigged. Let's just be real. I've said this before, and people attacked me. When election does not go in favor of the incumbent, they will cancel it and say it's rigged so that they can win and do another.
I'm sure even the Francophone people are through with him. Because he's not helping them. They don't have money. They don't have resources.
Right.
So
He's
I'm sure they're tired.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, Oga, we have seen you through 500 years.
Yeah.
Thank you and go.
That is
Carry
perfect.
and go.
Africans, they love recounting votes. I don't
They
understand what it
sure
is.
do.
It's sending the message that you people can count to. So get your stuff
and
together.
they're so losers.
But they can count money.
So losers.
Exactly.
You can count money.
All right.
Yeah, and the money will just disappear.
Timani, what is going on?
Oh,
Go
the next is another Nigerian story. Charlie, don't come for us.
Hey, Charlie.
This is a human
You've been
thing.
warned.
Can I just, okay, go ahead. Go.
Charlie.
Go. Because I read the comments and I need to calm down. I do not hate Nigeria. One of my best friends is from Nigeria. I'm just saying, I'm not going to agree with every little thing that you guys do in that country. And if that makes me a hater, then it is what it is. Timani, you are next.
Please, Nigeria, swarm. So
You can swarm. Listen. Okuma apim beba. Okay.
My
So
guys,
keep coming for me.
Are we doing language
Keep coming
now?
for me.
Hey, Jamie, and your Jume, come and battle this guy.
If you kill me, 1,000 more will arise. Timani, go ahead.
Ekuleku, abebelube, ekuleku. South Africa will say, uya papa.
Family home, family.
Talk
All right,
too
let's go.
much. Uya
I don't know what you said, but that's very nice.
All right, the next is a Nigerian beauty therapist in London who has been jailed for sexual assault.
That's your British accent?
Yes, because we're talking about London.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is terrible. His name is Ayoyinka Oladimeji, and he's 29 years.
Oh, wow.
He was working in a beauty therapy clinic, and he sexually assaulted a 20-year-old girl. And the crime is a sexual assault by penetration.
Wait,
he didn't
what?
rape her.
That's what it is. So he has
Sexual
actually
assault,
been.
now rape now.
Yeah.
Penetration
Wow.
doesn't have to do with the penis.
It could be your hands because
you
he's a
penetrate.
therapist.
Oh, tell
Yeah.
us. You know more now. I know you know everything about sex.
No,
Tell
I
us.
don't.
Tell us what penetration
Go ahead,
is.
tell us more of the story, okay?
Penny. So that's the problem, and he was sentenced to 3 years in jail for that. But what actually happened was there was a day the young girl in October 2017 actually visited the therapy clinic, and they were alone in the room. So he actually sexually assaulted her, and after that he called her to apologize.
Hey.
But little did he know that she actually recorded the call.
Stupid.
So she reported the whole incident, and she had the evidence, of course, which is necessary. And then when he was called in and arrested, he denied and denied and denied until they played the tape for him.
Or de buruku.
And I did it for
Joy.
catch up. So he has been sentenced to 3 years in prison, and I wanted us to talk a little bit about the way people take advantage of each other in closed doors or behind closed doors.
It's unacceptable.
When do you realize that when the person says no, it's actually no?
No. So let's break down the story.
Yeah.
So he is a beauty therapist.
Yes.
He went there to get beautified, and then what happened?
He works there. She went there to get beautified.
Oh, she went there to get beautified.
Massage, facial,
and
stuff
then
like that, right?
He sexually assaulted.
her.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to sexual assault, it's very, very serious.
Sensitive.
Yes.
And a lot of us do so many things that can be considered as sexual
Absolutely.
assault. And in most cases, it's not what you do, it's how you made that person feel. So the way you're looking at me right now, I can accuse you of sexual assault. Because it makes me uncomfortable. Okay? You can undress somebody with your eyes, the way you lick your lips when you look at somebody it's true. I'm telling you, take these classes. There are several sexual assault classes that you could take that can teach you these things. You know? And you'll be home one day and then they will come and arrest you because you sexually assaulted somebody. You were into beauty, you are doing makeup, you are doing hair. Mind the way you attack, be professional. Okay? Don't end up with happy ending. Okay, when you are doing this,
happy ending is based on request. The client has to request.
Somebody you don't request it, and all you know.
You might suggest it because sometimes when you are selling a product in a place and you are working at the counter, you tell them about some bonuses, about coupons and stuff. So you have to sell it too. I give happy ending.
But he has ruined his career.
You
now.
have.
That's verbally.
He's
You can sell it verbally.
He's a young man.
Right.
He's a young
He's
man.
29 years.
He has ruined his whole career just to do something that he shouldn't have done. Like, so why? Like, and then he called her. He's really, really stupid.
Yeah, you know, be Yoruba man.
He's really, really stupid.
Very
Stupid.
very
Like,
true.
tell me exactly why you would ruin your career for something that you can get for free from somewhere else.
Right.
And you will do that to somebody. And how is he even? What kind of beauty was he doing that he was near something to penetrate? Because you are giving me facial. Or maybe he was he doing a massage?
I will tell you what it was. I will tell you what it was.
Hey, you are there.
Chemical peeling.
Shade.
But just agree with me when I'm saying that we do certain things that can be considered sexual assault. So you have to be careful.
Very.
We live in a sensitive world right now.
These days, it could be
that's harassment.
Sexual harassment.
And now with the Me Too movement, you have to be so careful.
Right.
And also contingent, and also be able to, like, even Melania just came and said, when you say something, whatever, she's getting a backlash for it, because you can't tell somebody how, like Charlie said, how you feel when somebody touches you or pushes your buttons is how you feel. No, if somebody says no or whatever, we could be going all the way. We're almost there. I am totally buck naked.
And I say no.
I say no.
You go stop.
Stop.
Now, let me now say this to you guys. I don't think that this boy sexually harassed that girl.
Okay, why did you say that?
Because when I was in Scotland, right, there was an incident with this boy that we were in the same department. And why, Charlie?
A moment of silence. Speak.
They are listening.
Speak.
We went to the club, espionage. After we had fun, we left to go home. He saw this girl outside. She liked him, actually, and was all over him. And that boy now. And then he went home with her. Boom, they did what they did. Couple of days later, we haven't seen him. What's going on? Have you guys seen you? I'm not going to say his whole name. You. Anyway, long story short, they say that he's been arrested. Apparently, he went home with the girl, spent the night with the girl as she wanted, and then in the morning, after she had suddenly gotten sobered up, she called the cops and said that he raped her.
Well, that happened.
Because he lasted for 2 minutes, probably,
Yeah, 2 minutes.
And that wasn't the case.
2 minutes, but that happened, but that's a different story.
His whole life was like ruined. In this case, you never know what, I know that you say that there was a recording, but you don't know what's transpired before that visit to the spa and even after, before that call.
So you're blaming the victim?
I'm not blaming the victim. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that that boy did not do anything, because it happens also.
So why did he call to apologize?
Even when you're saying that, the boy did bad, he ruined his life. Also understand that some people that also are victims where they didn't do these things and they get blamed for things like this.
There is that. There is the flip side.
Oga called to apologize.
He just signed and delivered his
for you to even pick up your phone and call the girl.
What did he say to the girl on the phone? I'm sorry for what happened.
He apologized for what happened and he told her it would never happen again.
Maybe he slapped her. Maybe it was anything else.
That you did something wrong.
Maybe it was it.
For you to apologize, that means you accept that you did something wrong.
Yeah, but he could have
So he's in jail. He's in jail.
3 years.
Hold on.
3 years.
He didn't say specifically what he apologized for.
He's in jail.
And also, there's other things he can't.
He's in jail.
The law could actually do that.
You are in jail.
Charlie. So, but see, man, there's some other things he can't do now, right? Because tell us what the other.
Tell us that real quick. We have to move on to the next story.
Oh yes, hold on. My iPad, she's not.
He cannot work.
No, it's not that he cannot work. They said that the sexual harm prevention order. He now has a sexual harm prevention order from performing, being a therapist. So he's going to spend only 3 years in jail, but after that, he's never going to be able to perform as a therapist because he's an educated therapist. He went to school, so he has lost his license. His license has been revoked. And for you to call a girl and apologize, the Yoruba demons are disappointed in you.
Yeah, no.
Oh, guy, get into construction.
Yes. You're no longer a Yoruba demon.
No, he has to work great.
All right, so let's move on to the next story, because this has to do with a man as well.
Oh my God.
An HIV positive man has been mandated by court to inform the police 24 hours before having sex.
What?
Oh yes. This happened in UK. He is 44 years old. His name is Norman O'Neill.
So he cannot smash again.
Listen, not that, but the HIV. Oh my goodness. So basically, what they are saying is, you can have sex all you want, but you have to call us 24 hours before that so we can warn the girls about you coming and having sex with them. Yeah. So basically, he's HIV and he's been going around having sex with multiple women. So please wear condom. And
the woman, have your condom
on. And until today, he didn't even know you have to wear condom for oral sex too. But I'm just saying.
He was today years old.
And they have female condom too.
He's HIV positive. He's been having sex with multiple women, infecting them with the virus. So he has been labeled danger to women.
Yes. Right.
The same label they have on Yoruba men.
Yoruba demons, I'm sorry, yo.
Wait,
I can't
defend
Yoruba label. So this happened in the Southampton Magistrate Court. He's 4 years. So this is what they said, 4 years sexual risk order. So basically within that period, you have to call us so we can warn this woman. So my question to you guys is, are you guys here for this? Are you in support of this?
I'm definitely here for this.
Is this right?
I definitely know when I get HIV tested, they ask you your partner's names.
Right.
So in case your results come back positive, they go call them.
Right.
They're gonna call every last of
know.
them and tell them, get tested, you've come in contact with somebody at risk. They're not gonna say your name or anything like that, but they'll say you've got in contact. So I think that it's a flip. I don't know, London kind of flipped it, where it's like, the day before. But I think that how do you even report? What if you just find somebody hook up or whatever? How about teaching him about safer sex, number one?
Is it
how
right
to be
of
protected?
invade of privacy for you think?
I think that what he was doing, which is punishable by law here in the United States too, where you have sex knowing that you're HIV positive, so you're putting somebody at risk, where eventually the HIV can lead to death. We know that, right? So it definitely, he's done behavior. So instead of him being, because literally you'll be arrested underneath the jail here. So they've given him the chance now to walk the streets, but he has to just report and say, I met Femio, I'm going to have sex with her tonight. I will tell, and then you can tell Femi and let her know, and then we can do our thing. So I think that it also gives the woman the choice, right?
Yes.
The woman a choice. And even though it gives them a choice, but I think women, ladies, and everybody, anybody that's, both parties should bring condoms to the table or bring protection to the table.
Regardless.
Dental dams, finger cots, all of that stuff, everything. That's when you're fingering.
You're just naming things I don't even know.
Finger cots are when you are fingering. So you put them on your fingers.
Okay.
Dental dam is when you're eating, you're toasting salad or you're eating the,
Listen, if the police calls you telling you that the man you're about to have sex with HIV positive and you go ahead and do it, this is a clear example of risking something to gain everything. You might get HIV.
No,
with that being said,
Charlie,
you
but
might
we can't ostracize people that are HIV
so
positive.
let me finish with what I was about to say. HIV is not a death sentence anymore.
No,
you can take care of yourself. Magic, what is his name, is still living, so it's not. But if my sister calls me and said that she got a phone call from a police saying that the man she's about to have sex with has HIV, I will advise my sister not to do it.
Why?
Prevention is better than cure. You prevent it better than cure. I'm telling you.
But what if this guy? What if she's falling in love with this guy and this guy is so wealthy and nice and romantic and he has 17 parts?
How many people have sex with people they don't even know? They don't even report. How many people are HIV positive? Don't even say anything. At least now
you're not going to have sex with a man that you know has HIV. You are not going to do it.
The thing about it is that you can protect yourself from HIV.
Right.
Glenn,
you can protect yourself.
Will you have sex with a man that's HIV?
You have to. I can't answer that question if I'm in a relationship and I'm loving somebody and we're going to consummate it. I'm going to be uber protected.
Listen,
but I mean,
this is not McDonald's. I'm not loving it. But
what if people that you don't even know their statuses that you're having sex with?
Listen, when you don't know something, you don't know something.
Yeah,
but when you know, listen.
Everybody.
That's why when people call me ignorant, I don't take on offense to it, because ignorance is when you don't know. Stupidity is when you know and you are still going for it. That is what it is. I'm not going to be stupid for love. I'm not going to be stupid for love.
No, but you're saying it's stupidity. I don't agree with that, Charlie.
Excuse me. You see danger coming.
It's not danger.
It's
Stop
not
that.
danger. Don't
Stop
do
that.
Hold
on.
Not everybody that has HIV had it through sex.
Exactly.
Not everybody that has HIV had it through sex.
I'm not going to have sex with somebody
knowing fully well that your consensual sex, knowing fully well that your partner or whoever it is, or somebody you are in love with,
top of the bread.
is HIV positive.
You're not going to have sex with somebody who has HIV.
Stop.
Let's be real.
Can I finish my point?
You can only speak for yourself because there are other people. There are people that actually go beyond the sex part. There are people that would actually accept you regardless.
Yes.
There are people that would marry. I know of somebody that's married a woman that has HIV.
Yeah.
Right.
He married her and they have like a whole life together.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I
Okay,
can't.
that's you.
I will not do it.
Okay.
If you want to do it, take precautions and protect yourself and go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Media mean to me, yeah.
No, but these are the things that make people who have those situations find it very
like
hard
to
come out because they are stigmatized. Because
Yeah.
people begin to when you let people know your status, people separate themselves from you. People don't want to associate with you.
From you.
Not just sex.
Yeah.
In every other thing, knowing that they just put that on you and it makes you.
I'm not saying I'm not going to be friends with them. I'm not going to have sex. I'm not doing that. if that makes me a demon, then so be it.
I think you shouldn't have sex with. I think number one, you should do. Everybody should walk around thinking everybody has some kind of something, and you just protect yourself overall. Have that, overall. You never know because you can't tell by the way somebody looks.
Yes, of course.
You can't tell by thing or whatever. So everybody that you might come in contact with might be a carrier because it is infecting us. People of color at high rates. So many of us are infected. About 60% of black men are infected. So you got to think about infection rate that you are and have come in contact with somebody who is positive or who has an STI. So you take care of yourself.
Or just abstain from sex.
And what's the thing that you call the blue magic? What's that thing that you use?
No, you don't calling names now. And you won't calling the finger them and all those things.
Are you abstaining?
I'm practicing celibacy. I am proudly celibate.
Just kill me.
Now know. I say I have
You forgot what you told me this morning.
What I told you this morning?
And you need to release
you're talking about Charlie. You said Charlie needs to remove water in his back.
No, he wasn't talking about me. Speak for yourself, like you just said.
Hello.
David is here.
You are not abstaining.
Thunder and lightning hits me. Thunder and lightning.
Let's be real.
Excuse me. Hello. Like I said, you either practice safe sex or you be celibate or abstain from having sex.
That's
an option. Since you guys they didn't admit to it last week. You can
admit to it?
You guys were saying
Did you admit to it?
It was between the two of you now. Nobody asked me, and I'm not going to answer that question now because it's too late. That passed.
How is that back massaging doing?
Oh my God.
It broke?
Oh, no,
you know the new one, sis?
It's doing wonderfully well, honey. Well, my back is okay. It feels better today.
So you think it's not invasion of privacy for the government to step into it and say that we're going to call?
He was putting people at risk, and he has infected so many people. Right. Really, in the United States, he will be in jail.
Yes.
He wouldn't be out of jail because what he's doing is, knowing that you have an STI, an STD, or HIV, and you're knowingly giving it to somebody, and then moving on and doing it, you're continuing it. Yeah, he's actually got off scot-free, honestly, because he should be in jail. He should be in jail.
He lost his privacy when he started infecting people knowingly. That's when he lost his privacy.
I feel like that's I think it's a little price to pay. You having to tell the government, report yourself every time you have to have sex. Considering the fact that you're a risk to society, you're killing people and all.
We gotta go. All right, comment below. Let us know your thoughts.
Comment below.
We love you for watching. All right. Until next time, you're watching the ABS show, Mina TV. Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.